Most of the time, the best gaming headset isn't a gaming headset at all. Although these devices are often thought of as a distinct niche within the wider headphone market, they're ultimately still headphones. And while it's certainly not impossible to get a gaming headset that sounds nice, doing so still tends to come at a higher cost than a comparable pair of wired headphones. Yes, those still exist. A good wired headphone remains your best bet if you want the most detailed sound possible at a given price point and don't need something especially portable, which is usually the case whether you're gaming on a console or PC. If you need to chat with friends, you can always buy an external microphone, whether it's a USB mic, a cheaper clip-on mic, or a standalone headset mic like the Antlion Mod Mic or V-Moda Boom Pro. In many cases, those will make your voice sound clearer and fuller than the ones included with a gaming headset. But we do recognize that many people just want the convenience of an all-in-one combo, value and aesthetics be damned. So after testing out a few dozen pairs over the past several months, we've put together a list of good headphones for gaming and dedicated gaming headsets. We recommend you consider the former first, but all of them should make your playtime more enjoyable. Are you looking for the best gaming headsets? In this video we will look at some of the best gaming headsets on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Beyerdynamic DT 900 Pro X. The Beyerdynamic DT 900 Pro X should please a wide swath of people willing to pay for a capital and nice set of headphones for gaming. This pair has great imaging performance and the kind of spacious soundstage expected from an open-back design. Bass is a little more present here than on many open-back headphones as well. There still isn't much in the way of deep sub-bass, as expected, but there's enough warmth to give in-game explosions a bit more juice without muddying up the mid-range frequencies. The mids get the most emphasis overall, but they're clear, and that forwardness isn't a bad thing when you're trying to listen for enemy players in a competitive FPS like Counter-Strike. The treble isn't pushed quite as hard, but it's neither overly recessed nor harsh. All of this means the DT900 Pro X sounds detailed but not boring, so it should play nice, whether you're trying to win a multiplayer game or taking in a more cinematic single-player experience. And when you're not gaming, you get an enjoyable sound for music. Everything's built well, too. It'll clamp down slightly harder than average if you have a large head, but it balances its weight well, and its wonderfully soft velar earpads go a long way toward keeping the pair comfortable over long sessions. It comes with 2 detachable cables, including a 3-meter option that's convenient if you sit far from your PC. This design can't fold up, though. Like all open-back headphones, the DT900 Pro X leak and let in lots of noise, so it's not great on the go. Clearly, if you can afford an ultra-premium pair like Sennheiser's HD800S, you'll get more space and true-to-life detail. But for a relatively attainable $250 to $300, the DT900 Pro X should satisfy. Number 2. Sennheiser HD560s. If you'd rather not spend as much, the Sennheiser HD560s is another excellent open-back headphone that's typically available for around $150. Like the DT900 Pro X, it has a wide soundstage that'll help you feel immersed in a given game. Its sound is slightly more neutral on the whole, so you won't feel like you're missing any part of a mix, and it retrieves a lovely amount of detail from the treble and mid-range frequencies. There's less bass power for explosions, though, and the treble, while more present, may sound piercing at times. Imaging isn't quite as nuanced either, though it's nowhere near poor. Design-wise, the HD560s are plenty comfortable to wear for extended periods. They don't clamp down too hard on those with big heads, like yours truly, and the velar ear pads hug your ears softly. The included cable is removable too. The plastic frame doesn't feel as sturdy or premium as the DT900 Pro X, however, so you won't want to chuck them around haphazardly. It won't block much outside noise either, nor will it prevent those around you from hearing what you're playing. Nevertheless, the HD560s is a pleasure and a great value. Number 3. Astro A40 TR. If you must have a dedicated gaming headset with a built-in mic, consider the Astro A40 TR, another open-back pair. It has a more spacious soundstage than usual for the category, though it's not on par with better non-gaming headphones, and it generally localizes sounds correctly. This profile emphasizes the bass, giving explosions a smooth and satisfying thump, but it doesn't overdo it like many other headsets marketed toward gaming. The sound here is still a step behind the DT900 Pro X or HD560s, especially for online shooters, as the pushed upper bass and lower mids can blunt finer details a bit more. Footsteps usually won't sound as clear, but compared to most gaming headsets, the A40's profile is better balanced. And it does well to envelop you in the sounds of a busy scene. Comfort shouldn't be an issue, either. The A40 is on the bulkier side, but its weight is evenly distributed and doesn't clamp down overly hard. The fuzzy ear pads are soft and breathable, while the ear cups are roomy enough to fit larger ears. The headset has the usual open back shortcomings, though. It leaks a bunch of sound and blocks almost zero outside noise. The design looks gamer-white too, and there's no built-in volume control. The whole thing is mostly made of plastic, though it doesn't come off as flimsy. The A40's mic, meanwhile, is just okay. It picks up background noises while you chat, and voices sound somewhat muffled. It's serviceable, but you'd buy the A40 for its sound quality first. The mic isn't detachable either, but you can easily flip it up and out of the way. The A40 has been around for 4 years now, but its price has come down from $150 to a more reasonable $130 in that time. Astro sells an optional DAC with extra controls for $130, but at that price, we'd strongly advise buying a good normal headphone and external mic. Number 4. HyperX Cloud Alpha Wireless. If you really want a wireless headset, say, if your gaming PC is situated at the far end of your desk, you should look for a pair that makes the wireless part of the equation a little less apparent. The HyperX Cloud Alpha Wireless does this thanks to its absurdly long battery life. HyperX rates it at 300 hours, but we were able to squeeze out a couple dozen more at moderate volumes. iFixit did a helpful teardown if you're curious as to how this is possible, but it's not a stretch to say one charge here could last you months of playtime. The sound here is typical of many gaming headsets, slightly V-shaped, with overemphasized bass that can make game effects sound exciting, but often presents footsteps and finer details with less clarity. As a closed-back headphone, it also won't sound as spacious or natural as the more open pairs above. Wireless gaming headsets with an open back design are virtually non-existent. It's not bad by wireless gaming headset standards, and it generally places sounds in the right place. It's just not tuned or designed as optimally as a pair like the Astro A40. The headset itself is comfortable to wear for hours at a time, with plush padding that doesn't feel too tight, though the faux leather material on the ear pads may make your ears feel mildly warm. Everything is sturdy, and the headband is nicely flexible. The boom mic is also fine, though that's relative to other wireless headsets. It cancels out background noise well and keeps voices legible, but they won't sound as crisp or full-bodied as they could be on wired headphones with good mix. It's better than the A40, though. A word of warning, don't bother with HyperX's companion software. While you can use the company's Ingenuity app to customize the headset's EC and activate a DTS-X surround sound feature, several users have reported that this introduces noticeable latency, and HyperX doesn't look to be fixing it. If you really want these features, use a third-party EC app and the spatial audio tools built into Windows and the PS5. By default, the included USB dongle offers a steady wireless connection. The other caveat is that the Cloud Alpha Wireless only works with PCs and PlayStation consoles or a Switch while docked. It also can't connect over a cable or Bluetooth. If you're looking for a competent alternative for Xbox, we note a few recommendations below.